This is my Snowpeak PP750L, a PCB airgun that has an expandable stock and comes with a moderator. This exact model is available under different names like Artemis or Airmax. Recently I designed a 3D printable moderator for the Umarex TR 50 carabine conversion kit, which works really well. So I decided to adapt my design to standard 1.5-inch UNF thread for airguns like the Snowpeak. By doing so, I can now compare my 3D printed moderator against the stock moderator. I took the lessons learned from the TR50 and created a moderator with stacked baffles, which will print in one piece without supports. I also redid the threads in Fusion 360, which was a bit of try and error, and ended up with enlarging the X and Y dimensions by 0.5 mm for a perfect fit of the inner threads of the moderator. Also notice the older model I designed in the background, which consists of two parts and is dampened with felt. I overhauled this one too and will test both versions against the stock moderator of the PPL750L. As you can see, Orca Slicer did not report any floating areas when slicing. It can be printed without supports in one piece. Printing took approximately 1.5 hours on my Snapmaker U1. After printing the moderators, I prepared the airgun. I loaded the magazine, which holds 7 rounds, and checked the safety and the pressure. Low pressure would mean lower loudness levels, but I wanted to test it with full power shots. The safety is located on the side of the trigger, and the air tank has a manometer in the front of the gun. The moderators fitted perfectly. I also measured the power of the shots, and they all had around 22 joules as advertised by the retailers. I own the unregulated version of the PPL750L, as this is legal in my country, but there are other versions like the Airmax labeled version with 7.5 Joule for Germany, for example. The test shots are fired, like with the TR50, into a cardboard box with towels inside. I immediately thought that the shots were much louder than in the tests without camera, and recognized that the pellets penetrated both box and towel and hit the wooden board behind it, what caused the noise. I turned the box so that the pellets enter lengthwise, and now the pellets stuck in the towel and the sound of the shot wasn't drowned out by the impact. As you could hear, it's mostly the mechanical noise because the airgun was next to my phone. I did a second recording in 3 meter distance from the phone for sound comparison, and another recording with shots without pellets into my condensator mic from 20 centimeter distance. And I also measured the sound level in front of the door of the testing room for loudness levels. I always do this outside the room to prevent the mic from clipping. Standard cap. Standard PP750L moderator. 3D printed baffle moderator. 3D printed felt moderator. The actual noise is hard to capture with my technical possibilities. If I had to describe it, the sound with only the front cap is just loud. The stock moderator and the 3D printed moderator with baffles make some more silent but high metallic sound, and the 3D printed moderator with felt eliminates the high frequencies and sounds more dull, and is in my opinion the most comfortable one. I also own a Snowpeak T-Rex that comes with an integrated moderator and has a rather exotic M17 internal thread at the front, so I created an M17 to a half UNF adapter in Fusion. It fits great, and now the T-Rex is compatible with a wide range of moderators. Things to keep in mind. First, these moderators fit for a maximum of 0.22 inch or 5.5 mm pellets. Smaller ones will not be an issue, but bigger ones of course. Second, I've tested them with a maximum of 35 joules with my T-Rex. If you want to use them with a stronger airgun, increase the wall count and try it in a safe environment with glasses. Too much pressure could lead to explosion. Don't ever try to use this on a real 22 gun. Third, check your legal situation for moderators. Once again, these are no silencers, these are moderators. They only lower the noise level and they moderate the sound, but silent is something else. That said, some countries can be really picky about what is allowed to mount on airguns, crossbows and firearms. Please consider all these points, and if you want to try the moderators, you're doing that on your own risk. This project was really satisfying, as the moderators have both an aesthetic and a functional component. All links are in the description. Thanks for watching and have fun making.